Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Courtney, and on this channel I have been documenting my weight loss journey using Mounjaro, and there's been some interesting things that have happened with that. So if you have not yet checked out some of my previous videos, um, please do so, because then you'll be kind of caught up. For everybody else who has been here before, welcome back. I'm excited. Yeah, I'd really appreciate everybody who's been kind of sticking with me and, keeping up with my journey. I feel like we're buddies. So anyway, it's been really nice to have other people to kind of talk about this with. So I appreciate that. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I do appreciate it. What day is this? Oh, this is day 21 because today is supposed to be shot day, and I'm not taking my shot today. If you've been here before, you know why. So just a brief recap. I got prescribed the Mounjaro, got on it, started taking it, this today is supposed to be shot day for my fourth dose of the 2.5. So the past, 3 weeks, I've been on it and I've actually done really good. I've lost about 14 pounds. My cycle started, and so everything just kind of stopped. I haven't really gained, which is okay. It's kind of cool. Normally, and it's probably a little too much info, well, women, we have cycles, whatever. Anyway, so I normally literally fluctuate during that time of month, probably around 3 or 4 pounds. That's quite a bit. And, I'm actually in the same place. So, I'm okay with that. So let's see what happens when it's over. Anyhow, things have been going okay with the eating. I've been trying to choose, healthy options. Yesterday, I can't really remember much about yesterday. I think yesterday I got up and had a protein shake. I did. I had a protein shake for breakfast. I had a little bit of salad, like a chicken salad, for lunch, and I made like meatballs with some like roasted carrots, and I kind of seasoned the meatballs. I had like a little bit left in this jar that we bought at the grocery store with like a raspberry chipotle seasoning, and I just kind of put that in with the meatballs. But and there weren't huge meatballs. They're kind of small. They're like that. I ate probably about 4 or 5, and then I ate about maybe like a cup of carrots, and I was done. So, I was full, and I was good to go. I have been noticing as I get closer to shot day, I'm starting to notice throughout the day that I'm getting hungrier more often, and like I'm feeling it. Like I'm just like, oh gosh, I'm actually really hungry, versus like a day or two after the shot where I'm just like, I have to remember to actually eat. And so anyway, it's kind of creeping back. It's not horrible. I mean, it's totally manageable. It's nothing like, oh my God, I've got to go find something in the fridge like right now or I'm gonna just die. It's nothing like that. So it's completely manageable. But today was an interesting day. We actually we got up. My son, little backstory. We just moved here a few months ago to the Houston area from Central Arkansas, and my oldest son stayed behind in Arkansas so he could finish his associate's degree. And we moved here because my husband got a new job, and so it was just kind of one of those things where it was a good opportunity, and there was just kind of a lull where he was at. So we just made the decision, and it was actually a really great decision because he's a lot happier, I think. So anyway, so my son stayed. Well, he ended up graduating a few weeks ago, and we were wanting to move him down here. Well, I don't know if you heard, like a couple months ago in Central Arkansas, some tornadoes went through there and did a ton of damage in like the Little Rock area, and just around the surrounding areas around there. And my son happened to be over at a good friend's house, and the tornado came like right through that neighborhood, and I didn't even know it was going on at the time because my husband and I are here with my younger son, in the Houston area, and my father-in-law actually ended up calling me, and he was like, "Have you heard from Corbett?" That's my older son. And he's like, "Have you heard? There's tornadoes coming through here." And I was like, "What?" So I'm getting on the phone. Of course, I can't, get a hold of anybody, and I'm freaking out. Anyhow, everybody ended up being okay. But my son's friend's house that he was at got some pretty major damage. The people across the street from them even had worse damage. I mean, some of the houses were leveled. I think his friend's like neighbor, like the roof was gone, and it ended up totaling my son's car, like trees and debris and everything. It ended up, slamming into the car. Anyway, his car was totaled. So anyway, fast forward to today. We, he moved here. He graduated like at mid May, and we got him moved here with us, and he got him a job, which is exciting, and now he needs a car. Well, he ended up, because he didn't have full coverage insurance on the car that got totaled, being it was declared like an emergency. FEMA, he was actually able to file a claim with FEMA, and he actually got a settlement for his car. And so he had money to go and buy a new car, which was very exciting. And so we wanted him to wait until he got down here. And so we actually we drove about I'd say all that to say this. I know it was kind of a long story, but anyway, we drove like 2 hours away to find a car. He found one on Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace or whatever. So we went to go meet the guy. And it ended up being the exact same car, color, interior, make, model, year, everything as the car that just got totaled. How crazy is that? He got an amazing price on it, and it only had I think it was like a 2014. The backstory on this thing is just crazy. It had just sat for a while, and nobody did anything with it. It only has just over 40,000 miles on it. I don't know. The car is sound. My husband is very, mechanic savvy, and so he went over this car. They test drove it, and he just really went through it, and it said that it's a sound, solid car. So what a blessing, So now my husband is excited that we're not going to be driving my son around all over the place anymore, and Corbett's excited he has a car, and now he can go back and forth to work and not have to use my car, which I'm excited about. So everything was great today. But so while we were out today, I had some eggs this morning with a little bit of cheese, and I actually had a English muffin, like one of the 100-calorie whole grain light English muffins with just a little bit of butter on it, and that's what I have for breakfast. And so for lunch, we didn't really get much of lunch because we were just out doing this, but I was getting hungry, and so I was like, I got to get something. So we had stopped at like a convenience store, to get some drinks and stuff like that, and I had to pick up a power bar. I didn't want to get a whole bunch of super snacky foods with what I normally would. I would have picked up a bag of chips and a pack of cookies. No questions asked, but not today. I got a power bar, which it was still over 200 calories. So I was just like, okay, but I'm hungry, so I'm going to eat it. And so I ate it, and it kind of carried us over until we went to dinner. Well, we didn't get back until 6:30. I had not taken out anything to cook for dinner, so my husband's like, well, let's just go out to eat, and the kids wanted Mexican, so we went to a Mexican restaurant, and I'm sitting there thinking, okay, I can totally do this. Mexican, okay, I'm a salad girl. If you've seen my other videos, I love me some salads. I also like taco salad. So that is what I ordered. I ordered it like a fajita chicken taco salad. I still had the guacamole on it because those are good fats. And it still came with sour cream, but I didn't get extra sour cream like I normally would. So anyway, it was very lettucey. Like there was, normally when you mix up your taco salads, like sometimes there's just like too much of like the guacamole or the sour cream, and you're like, okay, well, this is just basically sour cream with some lettuce in it. No, it had a whole lot more lettuce than anything else. But after incorporating it all in and stuff, it was fine, and I wasn't gonna ask for anything extra. And normally I would eat like the whole shell, like the good fried flour tortilla shells. You know what I'm talking about. I would eat that thing, and I only had like a little bit of it. I probably had like an eighth of it, just something to give it a little crunch while I was eating it. And I didn't even finish it. I didn't even finish salad. I didn't eat, well, I might have had like 3 or 4 chips with a little bit of queso, and normally I'd have thrown down. Queso, thrown down. Okay, not today. So I call that a win. That's victory in my book. I'll take it. So anyway, we came back home and just kind of all just sitting around. It's just been a long day. So that's basically been our last couple of days. But I do want to update on what's going on with like the whole prior authorization thing, and like the Caremark and my insurance. Oops, hang on just a minute. Okay, maybe that fixed it. I had my low battery thing come up. Okay, so anyway, yeah, so what's going on with that is I I sent a message to my doctor's office again and was just like, hey, I still want to appeal this, all this other stuff. And, she had said that, the things that I had listed are probably not enough for it to get approved. And I was like, well, other people are getting theirs approved through Caremark. I know it's happening. I mean, I feel like if it's happening for some people, I have a chance. I have a chance. It's there, although it might be super slim, So I want to go for it until I get the last no, which So anyway, I ended up calling Caremark again because I got online and I was just like going through like the formularies and stuff like that, and there was just a whole lot of like information that was just not meshing with like what my CVS Caremark app or whatever was saying was covered, and stuff that was on the formula. I was just like, okay, well, I just need to call and clarify some stuff. So anyway, as I got to talking to this lady, we were going over, the prior authorization and everything. And she, I was asking, well, like, what about like Ozempic? Like, is that the same criteria for coverage? And she looked it up, and it was. So I know like Trulicity and, all the others are going to be the same way. So, and I was asking about like Wegovy. I was like, well, Wegovy is actually on the formulary. I was like, but when I look it up on my Caremark app, it says it's just not covered at all. I was like, can you, which I think ours is just, it has to do with like our individual plan through my husband's employer, because I don't think I don't think it covers any weight loss, anything at all, except for, like the surgeries. So anyway, she looked it up and she's like, yeah, the Wegovy's not covered. And then she's really kind of dug into, like the Mounjaro thing and like what the prior authorization is. She said, it looks like this actually requires 2 prior authorizations, and those have to go through first before you can, or be denied first before you can file an appeal. And I was like, 2? So, I was like, okay, well, I'll let my doctor know. And so, she said, just let them know. And if she said, I'll send them another form. They can fill it out, whatever. If it's denied, then you can file the appeal. So she sent the form. I told them what she said through the portal thing that you have to fill out. And so, like the message thing, I do not like this portal. I prefer, it's like, somebody please call me. I mean, I get it. I know you're busy, but give me 5 minutes, because like in that 5 minutes, I can do like 4 days of exchanging over the portal. I can eliminate 5 days of that, because the exchange, it just takes so long for them to get back. And I get it, I'm not the only patient, but just 5 minutes, just give me 5 minutes, and like we can eliminate all that. It's just, it's kind of frustrating. But anyway, I digress. So anyway, they went ahead and sent in the other prior approval today. And it came back. It took a little bit longer, but it came back also denied. So now we can start the approval process, or the appeal process, and that is what the lady who is over like the prior authorizations and stuff like that. She said that now we'll send in the appeal. She's like, we have your letter that you sent us, and we're gonna go over it and all that. And I was like, okay. So I'm just gonna leave it alone for a few days. Just gonna leave it alone. Leave it alone. And, I did get my letter from Caremark that, says that, oh, this is why it was denied. And, it's because of type 2 diabetes, which I get it. Okay. I get it. So, but anyway, so that's kind of what's going on with that. But I've been really doing a lot of researching about Contrave, because this is kind of like what my backup plan is going to be. I still have my 1 shot left of my 2.5, and I have 4 of the 5. So praise the Lord that I went and filled both of those, because I wouldn't have the 5s at all. I'm a little scared on the 5 because a lot of people are like, oh, I hate the 5. It was the worst. And I'm just like, oh my God, what's going to happen? So I'm a little nervous about that. So if you were okay on the 5, let me know how that went. Oh, my cat's trying to get into my room. We don't allow him in here. But he's scratching at the door. He's... Cut it out! Oh, he's so bad. We're fixing to go play in a minute. I usually wear his butt out before we go to bed. And so, but anyway. So he's like, it's playtime. Come on. Anyway, I'm a little nervous about starting the 5, but I got to have a backup plan, because this may not. I may go through this appeal process, and it may just be, for naught. But whatever, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna go through it, whatever, until I get that last no, and then then we're gonna move on. So, but I have to have some kind of a backup plan, and so anyhow, hang on just a second. Okay, my bad. He was fixing to tear up the carpet and everything, putting his paw up under the door. He's so bad. Anyway, so I got to have a backup plan. So I've been looking into Contrave. I've joined a couple of the Facebook support groups for Contrave. It actually looks like there are a lot of people who are in the same situation as, some of us, where our insurance is, not covering Mounjaro or Ozempic or anything like that without a type 2 diabetes diagnosis. And people are looking for an alternative. And I've seen a lot of people are turning to Contrave. So I think that they're, from what I've heard and read from some people, that it helps with that. It helps that switch, that shuts off those cravings, and the constant thinking about food. So and in my situation, that is where I struggle the most. It's the constant cravings. It's the constant thinking about food. It's the constant thinking that I'm hungry when I know I can't be. Even if I had just eaten, I'm like, oh, I'm so hungry. And I know that cannot be right, because I just stuffed myself. You know what I'm saying? So, so a lot of people are saying that, that it is working for them. And so I'm going to talk to my doctor. I'm going to call actually Monday and make an appointment so that I can go in and actually talk to her about this, and go ahead and start, formulating a backup plan, just in case, these appeals just don't work out. So, yeah. And even if I go ahead, it almost, I don't know, it may also be a good idea to maybe go ahead and get the stuff and have it. I don't know. I'm just going to talk to her and see what she says. So yeah. I don't know. It's not without its side effects either. I think that one thing that a lot of people do talk about they have is the nausea. And like I do not deal with nausea well, but people are saying that if they take like the non-drowsy Dramamine, or they take like Zofran or something like that, that it really, really helps with the nausea, and it makes it so manageable until your body gets kind of used to it. Just like on the Mounjaro, like you have to kind of get through those side effects, and then they don't happen anymore. And that's kind of what people are saying about this, is like you have, nausea and stuff, but it's, it goes away. And so, if I can just kind of get past that, then, I'll be good to go. So, I think another thing somebody, or not somebody, but some people have talked about, is like the fatigue and just being tired and stuff. But I think that is something that goes away as well. So, so anyway, depending on what happens, this may turn into like a, Mounjaro to Contrave type of channel. And so let's see what happens with that. Or, I don't know. I don't know what the future is going to hold, but, I know who holds the future. So I'm just going to depend on him, and he's going to make everything all right. So, yeah, that's just kind of where I'm at. I was really upset and really devastated until I just really was just kind of like, everything happens for a reason. And, maybe there's a reason, or maybe it's still going to happen and I'm worried for nothing. I just need to stop worrying. And that's the main thing, is I just need to stop worrying. One way or another, I'm really, really motivated to, I've gotten a really good start, so I'm really motivated to continue this weight loss journey. So, yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at for the last couple of days. And, yeah, so, I was so bummed today. Today was such a beautiful day outside, and we were in the car pretty much all day today, and we missed out on like perfect pool day. So I'm hoping that tomorrow is good, because I need a good relaxation day that is not full of like worry and dread and you know just being depressed about certain situations and this situation and stuff like that. I just need a day just to chill. And it's supposed to rain, I think, later tomorrow afternoon, but I'm hoping that the early afternoon is going to be nice, because I really just need to sit and chill and yeah, just be calm and be still. And that's what I need. But anyway, I will get back on here and let you guys know, continue to let you know what's going on. If I hear anything back with like this appeal process, which I don't expect to hear anything about that for a little bit anyway, because I know that can take up to like 30 days when they send it, and I don't think they've even sent it. So I think they're gonna probably go over some of that stuff like Monday. But anyway, yeah, so I'll just get back on here and update next time. And yeah, I hope y'all are having a good one, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.